As I mentioned earlier, over 3 million people are out of work, and a third of them are all unemployed workers. And the longer they stay jobless, the harder it is to re-enter the workforce. Roza Kazan sat down with one of the millions of long-term unemployed.
My name is Eddie Hoyos. I'm a Chicagoan, 40 years old. I've been unemployed for 10 months, and this is my story. End of April of 2013, I went to go work for a year and a half prior to that. I went to go work for a new startup. Good morning, sunshine. Little by little, I became overall the operations manager of the entire company. In that process, the company didn't grow as rapidly as they thought it was going to. And unfortunately, they just couldn't support my salary anymore, and they couldn't support my position. So they laid me off. Because I was laid off, that gave me the opportunity to apply for unemployment benefits, and I did. It's been rough. I'm going on, 10 months now, looking in my field, looking in my position, looking for my salary or something comparable. Now, I'm not trying to make more. I'm not trying to make a ton less, but I want to stay where I was comfortable because that's what I was making. One of the things I do first thing in the morning is I go through the Craigslist. Because Craigslist is the newest position that's available, is always the first one. I try to, if there's a position that I know I can apply for, I try to apply for it as quickly as possible. It was, I think, a week before Christmas when the conversation started in regards to the benefits being ceased on the 28th. I was shocked. It was a moment of despair. It was a moment of, what do I do now? When you know that you're giving your hardest to go to work, you want to work, you want to be productive, you want to be able to provide for your family, and you know that the one assistance that's helping you gap that, bridge that until you can get employed is coming to an end, is very nerve-wracking. It was a moment of despair. It was like, God, what can I do now? It's been very frustrating, very difficult, financially, emotionally, mentally. It's a drain. And now that my benefits completely ended, my family, it adds more of a level of stress, not only to myself, but to my wife, and to the extent even my daughter sees it sometimes. From when I was working from the startup, going through resumes, seeing resumes, I have a good understanding of the amount of resumes you get. You post one position, and you might get 300 applications. On a weekly basis, I average probably 10 to 15 jobs that I'm applying for daily.
How many interviews have you had?
Face-to-face, within the last 10 months, 5. There's been positions that I know I'm overqualified, and you'll still apply for them, knowing that you're still overqualified, and to either not get a response or to get a very short, phone interview and not know exactly what's transpired and not get hired is frustrating. So I've tried everything from jobs that have been posted to applying to companies that say they're not hiring, but just to get my resume to them. And it's a matter of networking also. I've reached out to just about everyone on my Facebook. It says, I'm looking for a job. If you know of anybody that's hiring, here's my info, give them my info. Now that I'm on the opposite side, the longer I go unemployed and the longer I have to explain this gap, the harder it is. There's some managers that'll look at that and say, there's something wrong. And it's not a matter of there's something wrong. But when you can't get in front of someone and sell yourself, it's hard. The longer I go unemployed, the more worrisome I do become.